Have you ever understood everything someone said in English, but when it was your turn to speak, nothing came out? Maybe you froze, maybe you translated in your head, maybe you just said, I don't know, even though you did know. And if you're dealing with this, I need you to understand something. It's not because you're bad at English, it's because you've been practicing the wrong way. One of my students, Lucas, is a video editor from Spain who works with clients in the UK. He could understand every word they said, but the moment he had to speak on Zoom calls, he froze, just couldn't get the words out. So I showed him something most teachers never explain, and we worked on it for 30 days. Now he speaks confidently with his clients. No freezing, no translating. In this video, I'm sharing exactly how we did it. You will understand why this happens, what's really going on in your brain, and the exact steps to fix it fast. Let's start with what's actually happening. When you understand English, you're using something called recognition. Recognition means your brain sees or hears something and says, I know that word, I know that sentence. But speaking is completely different. Speaking uses something called production. Production means your brain has to create the sentence from nothing. No one helps you. Just you building the language in real time. And here's the problem. Most learners spend all their time recognizing English, watching videos, reading books, listening to podcasts, but they never train production. So when it's time to speak, your brain has no practice producing English. It only knows how to recognize it. This is what I call the production gap. This is why you can't speak. Not because you're slow, not because you're bad at English. You're just very good at recognition, but very bad at production. Let me show you the science behind this problem. Your brain has two systems. The speaking system is fast and automatic. You don't need to think, English just comes out. The thinking system is slow and needs effort. This is where you translate, search for words, and overthink. When you only do recognition, you train the thinking system. But fluency lives in the speaking system, and the speaking system only gets trained through production. If you never produce English, the speaking system stays weak. When you try to speak, your brain panics and freezes because it's not ready. So now that you understand the problem, let's fix it. You need to train your brain to produce English, not just recognize it. And you do that through these 4 steps. Step 1. Speak to yourself. When you're alone, speak to yourself out loud for 5 minutes. Say what you're doing, describe what you see, and talk about what you're thinking. You can do it while cooking, walking, or sitting alone. This is something I did a lot when I was learning English, and yes, it feels weird. I felt the same way at first, but you quickly get used to it and it becomes fun. This works because your brain needs practice to speak automatically. When you speak alone, there is no pressure and no fear, so your brain can focus only on making English sentences. If you want to check your progress, record yourself on your phone and listen back to find your mistakes so you can fix them next time. Or, if you don't want to listen, just record for 1 minute and delete it. The important thing is speaking, not being perfect. Also, don't translate in your head. If you think in your native language first, you will always be slow. You need to start thinking directly in English. I know it's not easy, so I will make a video showing exactly how to do this. Step 2. Shadowing. This means repeating what you hear or read out loud. Every time you're consuming content in English, repeat what you hear or read. For example, if you're watching a movie, pause and say what the actor says. When reading, read out loud. When listening to music, sing along. Shadowing is amazing because it's easy, fun, and effective. Your mouth practices the movements and your brain practices the patterns. However, Don't ignore this step because it feels boring or too simple. This is one of the most powerful ways to train production. Step 3. Write every day. Every night, before you sleep, open your notes app and write about your day in English. What did you do? What did you think about? What happened? Write at least 5 sentences. And after you finish watching this video, write a comment explaining the production gap in your own words, because it will help you remember what you learned. Writing is very useful because it's slow production. When you speak, words come out fast and you can't see your mistakes. When you write, you have time to think, build sentences, and notice what's wrong. Don't wait for perfect grammar before you start writing. You will never feel perfect. Write now, make mistakes, and learn from them. That's how you improve. Step 4. Have real conversations. I kept this step for last because I know that some of you are scared of doing it, and others don't have anyone to speak with. That's okay. For now, you can use ChatGPT voice mode. It's free and easy. Open the app, click the icon, and start talking. The AI won't judge you. It will respond, ask questions, and help you practice. But don't stop there. While you're practicing with AI, you need to find real people. You can join online communities or language clubs. Ask friends or family members who want to speak English. Find other people like you. The goal is real human conversation. This is very important because only real conversations force you to produce English under pressure. You can't pause, you can't translate. You have to respond in the moment. And yes, you will make mistakes. That's okay. Actually, mistakes are great because they show you exactly what to fix. This is the exact process Lucas used to fix the production gap. But I know exactly what comes next. Excuses. I need to master grammar first. I need more vocabulary. I'm not ready to speak yet. This is the exact belief that's hurting you. The truth is, you are ready right now. Fluency comes from doing, not just knowing. Think about it like this. You can read books about swimming and understand how water works. But if you never jump in the pool, you will never learn to swim. English is the same. Let's review. You understand English but can't speak because you trained recognition, not production. Recognition means you understand, production means you create. Fluency needs production. You fix this by speaking to yourself, shadowing, writing daily, and having real conversations. One more thing. You have homework. Today, before you go to sleep, record a voice note of yourself speaking in English for 1 minute. It doesn't matter what you say. Describe your day, talk about this video, just speak. You can even delete it after. The point is not perfection, the point is production. And if you want feedback, send me the voice recording on Instagram. I will review it and help you improve. Because here's what I've learned after helping Lucas. When you stop trying to be perfect and just start speaking, even with mistakes, English just stops being a test and becomes something you actually use.